Hello to all YouTubers and welcome to day number 1 of this 90-gallon rebuild process. And as you can see here, I'm very excited because I just got this Sump Refugium from ProFlex, which, by the way, and we're going to discuss that, back here is my do-it-yourself Sump Refugium, which I built. And sometime in the future I may actually do a comparison, you know, some of the pros and cons when it comes to building your own Sump Refugium versus a ready-built system like this here. And by the way, you know, for those of you out there who are intimidated, you know, into building your own Sump Refugium, it's actually quite simple to use, but I mean to do. But let me tell you, I spent, what was it, $150 building this do-it-yourself Sump Refugium that you see back here, made out of glass. Now, the reason why I spent $150 is because I literally broke like $50 worth of glass before I actually started to get it right. You know, and it was one of the first ones that I built, and since then I've actually built quite a few. But something about this particular unit here really called my attention. This thing is huge. Which, you know, by the way, you know, I had my girl was here with some friends and stuff, and they were eating dinner, and I kicked everybody out the living room. It just arrived here. I was like, you know what, I gotta take this video. And I'm really, she said that I sound like a little kid because I kept saying, wow. Look at the size of this thing. This thing is actually a lot bigger than my do-it-yourself Sump Refugium. And although I'm not going to fully review it or really talk about it, this is just an introduction to what it is, and I just want to quickly talk about a few things. Now, up here, it brings the little sticker, which is rather, it's a nice feature to have, you know, for it to bring the little sticker. So if you want to place it in the front of the you know, to promote their company or something like that. And I thought that that was nice that it doesn't come already attached to the sump filter. You know, it's your choice whether or not you actually want to add that sticker. And of course the instructions. And then here is the beast. I mean, this thing is huge. This is the 36-inch model. And I'm hearing the cops in the background. I don't know. I live in the Bronx, people. And so, you know, and I live in a good part of the Bronx. So I'm not trying to diss the Bronx, people. But sometimes you hear the cops around here. And so this thing is 36 inches by 14 inches. And it's really just only 6 inches bigger than my do-it-yourself Sump Refugium. But there were quite a few aspects about it that really caught my attention. Now, there's some negatives and some positives, and I really have to mess around with the overall Sump Refugium here. The first stage is actually like just 2 inches larger than that of my do-it-yourself. It's 2 or 3 inches. I believe mine's is 5 inches. The first stage on this one is actually 6 inches. The Refugium section is actually 10 inches. The bubble diffuser or the trap with the sponge here is 2 inches. And then the last stage, I believe it to be 16 inches, if I'm not mistaken. Now, couple of things that really caught my attention, but I'm happy about the fact that it actually brought the tubing here, you know, to connect it, because I actually thought I was gonna have to buy that, because these that I have here are rather small. They're only about 1.5 feet, and these are 2 feet each. And I may actually, you know, I'm gonna be messing around with this system for a long time, because I don't know if I'm going to push it to one side and squeeze the chiller into the new stand. Which, by the way, the stand, oh man, that's a whole nother story, guys. The stand, I'm having real difficulty trying to acquire this stand. Apparently, Aqueon, the company that makes these Sump Refugiums, this company actually bought out All Glass Aquarium, and it seems like there's one big company that now owns Aqueon, Oceanic, Kent, marine, so all of these products, the dosing products, are now owned by one big major company, and there's a lot going on in the industry, and I'm going to get into that when I get to the stand. So back to the sump itself. Now, the fact that it has a refugium section alone, and I will no longer have to have my protein skimmer sitting on top of the sand bed, is a major plus. You know, it has a really big space back here for you to have your own protein skimmer. And the great thing about it is that I won't even need to use the T anymore in this case, because the Sump Refugium is designed in a way that I can actually have the skimmer situated in the ground level, because the water level is actually going to be shorter. Let's see if this camera focuses well. But it has an opening back here. This camera is really, okay. So it has an opening back here where the water will actually splash down into the sponge, you know, preventing micro bubbles. Whether that is going to work or not, I really have to mess around with this overall Sump Refugium to really give you guys, you know, my 2 cents on it. Now, there's lots of possibilities. A lot of you are probably thinking that, you know, the majority of applications when it comes to having a Sump Refugium, or should I say a Berlin method, or even better, you know, a hybrid system. A hybrid system consists of a filtration that contains both a protein skimmer or live rock and the use of a refugium. Now, the majority of protein skimmers are always recommended for you to be draining water from the first stage, but that is easily solved with the use of this AquaSea EV 240, where I can actually put the pump to the skimmer over here on the first stage in the bottom, which has plenty of space. I mean, you know, I really looked at this Sump Refugium for a few days before I ordered it, and I spoke to a few people who have this unit, Funkmaster 100. Go check out his channel. He actually has this. And there's another person, let me tell you quickly, I wrote him down here somewhere. His name is PRD, let me see, hold on. His name is PRDNBLK97. I will put their names as an annotation in the video. But these two individuals were very helpful in me choosing this particular Sump Refugium. I had quite a few questions. And with the use of this skimmer, as I was stating, you know, you can actually make a deep sand bed here on the first stage, and here on the second stage have, you know, Miracle Mud and some Chaetomorpha, or I can place the pump and just run the tubing all the way across and feed the skimmer. The possibilities are limitless, and it does bring 3, let me just get closer here to remove the lid here. Let's just take these instructions out the way, and this lid here is removable, and that's another really good reason why I went with this unit. I actually, if you can see, the stand here has a lot of salt creep under the pipes here and the tubing, because I never really had a cover for this Sump Refugium, and you can certainly make your own, but the fact that this one comes with everything covered from the first stage to the refugium stage is actually, you know, was rather appealing to me. And so this thing here, which is allowed to breathe, and this camera is really giving me trouble. I don't know, I need to replace this camera, and I will do that. But here, you take this off easily, and of course here's the inside of it, and it has its adjustable wall. And for those of you who really want to find out more information about it, go to the Aqueon website, and they actually have 3 instructional videos on this Sump Refugium unit, and they talk about the 3 different ways which you can set it up. A wet dry, you can set it up as a wet dry, and I'm not going to do that. You can set it up as a Berlin system with just a protein skimmer, and you can also set it up as a refugium, which is the way that I'm going to be running it. And so it also has, that I've noticed here, a safety feature in case your filter socks get clogged, you know, the water will actually rise up and spill over to the refugium stage from the top, and it'll just be a warning sign for you to replace, you know, to clean out the filter sock. Now, I may not be running this unit with a filter sock. I might actually remove those filter socks. And one of the most important features that really captivated me in the purchase of this, oh, and by the way, you can also remove this here. So, you know, you have total access to the top here, and simply just putting it back, which is rather difficult to do here. Let's see. I'm just putting it back here. And let me just take this top here, which has a see-through top area here to light your refugium. And that's actually a great feature for the simple fact, for me, because I actually have a light that will fit there perfectly, which is the one that I've been using for my Sump Refugium. And so here on the first stage, and we're going to go around here on the side, you can see here that it contains these bubble diffusers, very important, and no other Sump Refugium that I've seen actually contains this design. There are others, other types of designs that work as a bubble diffuser, but that's a great feature about this unit itself. You know, as the water comes down from the drains, creating lots of chaotic flow and bubbles, you know, it does contain these cylinder type of bubble diffusers, which will contain the bubbles in that first stage and eventually go upwards and billow over to the micron socks. You know, so that's actually a great feature. Now, there's a lot of things about this Sump Refugium that I want to talk about, but I'm really gonna have to get deep into it and really, you know, figure out some of the perks and some of the negatives and some of the positives, and I will be doing a full review on it. Now, it came rather well packed. As you can see, it has this white thing, and it came completely covered in foam. And if we look here, this is my house, people, but if we look here, it came in this huge box here, and it was actually well packed, and you know, it looks like it's safe, but I still need to fill it up, and you know, I'm gonna have to work with this stuff. I gotta put you know, lots of different, I'm actually gonna try to set this up here today so that I can have a video for you guys. So I hope that you guys have enjoyed the video. I'm extremely excited, you know, and hopefully this thing is gonna fit in the new stand. We will see, and I definitely think it will, because I took the measurements of the new stand, and the new stand is actually going to be coming without a center brace, so it'll easily slide in there. And so I hope that you guys have enjoyed the video. Many more videos to come. Be sure to come on back to video number 2 of the beginning process of rebuilding this 90-gallon reef. NewyorkSteelo signing out. Peace.